Hi guys, so today I'm going to share with you some new sets that DiamondPress has brought to HSN for the craft shows, and this one's called Party Animals. It's a stamp and die kit, and this one is an embossing folder kit that, by the name of it, I feel like we can match these up together. So I'm going to open this up. So DiamondPress did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And since I am pairing these items, it's possible one item is available and the other one's not available quite yet, but anything that's available, including the items that, you know, other items that DiamondPress has brought, will be linked in the description box, okay? And I always update those links, so you can check those out. And pop right over. So let's check these guys out. And I'll probably pair these with the new papers, one of the new paper packs, or maybe even mix and match the paper packs. We will see. How cute. Look at this tag. Oh, I love having a nice tag like this. Like you guys know, there's one specific tag I always have next to me here from the DiamondPress Christmas cracker set. So I always have it because I love this shape, and like this one is similar, a little smaller, which I am going to enjoy. So I'll probably pop that in here too with these other staple ones. But it has a couple different tag shapes, and then the little animals. So let's check those guys out before we look at the embossing folder. I'll give you a quick measurement because I know it's hard on screen just to kind of see something and kind of know the sizing. It's just over 4 inches metal to metal and 2 5/8 metal to metal. So obviously a little bit smaller than the tag itself. And this other one is like 3 5/8 and by 2 5/8. So you have really nice size tags, different shapes here, but we'll check those out in a minute. Obviously they have to do with the stamps. Look at the giraffe shape, how cute. Oh my gosh, a zebra. It looks like he has little gifts or something on his back, balloons and things like that. So let's look at this so that we can look at the stamps and we'll already know where we're going. Oh wow, oh okay. I saw the circle on the other side, but this one is another tag here, and it is a circular tag. They'll probably do like a 2.5 inch circle because it's like just over 2.5 inches metal to metal. And then we have again the zebra with little gifts on its back, and then like the giraffe, and they're showing how to, you want to play it up. He has a little tie that can go along with him. The little character faces that you can put like glasses on them, or party hats, and like a little feather. How cute is that? Or maybe they have balloons. That's a lion. I was gonna say it didn't look perfectly circular, that one die, so it's a lion with his mane, and then we have a little flamingo, and like a sloth looking character, some leaves, single balloons, all kinds of other fun little items, and some of those do have dies that go along with them. And then your sentiments, look a little bit, it's so cute. So it has card ideas. And already I'm assuming, or like in my mind, I'm going to be putting a tag on my card base, and that'll be really cute. So some paper, some fun stuff. We have the embossing, so of course we'll use those. So let's just check these guys out. I love their colored carriers, they're so cute, and they give inspo already just with the colors. I love that. You're a wild one, the big day, of course all those items that we've discussed. And then it comes with a cutting folder for the marquee, but of course you can run these thin metal dies through any machine that accepts or cuts thin metal dies. So this is for the marquee. So let's put those to the side. Let's check these guys out. So I love when they do this, and this actually has a new size. I was gonna say it's usually A2 and like a slim line, but now we have some other smaller ones. And let's see here. Oh, how cute, it has a mini slimline in there. Okay, so there are slimline designs in a taller folder. Of course, if you can, you can put whatever size paper in there that fits, that you can use it on any card. Mini slimline size, A2, and then some 2 by 2 sizes. So let's check them out. And okay, well, let's start with these little guys. So you have like a little motif. This one has like this, I would say sun and sail kind of thing, but the waves in the sun. Cute the way the little leaves come around here. Beautiful hibiscus and like palms, one of my favorite classic kind of designs. You have your little sunset kind of looking design with the palm tree. I love the inclusion of that little leaf, it looks really cute. And then some beautiful flowers with a little butterfly. Cute. So these are the A2 designs, a beautiful radiating kind of like sunburst or starburst kind of thing. Always great design, I love it. This one has that cool like atlas look, that is really cool, I love that. I haven't seen you had the postage. I think the postage look really cute together. There you go. And this is the mini slimline, which I'll give you a measurement on. The plastic itself is, 7 inches, the folder. by 4 inches, so it goes in the marquee or any machine that will accept something 4 inches wide, right? And then the design itself looks like it's maybe, I would say almost 3 3/4 inches wide, a little shy of that, by 6 and I don't know, 3/8. So just to give you that idea there. Generally when I make a mini slimline, it's 3.5 by 6, so that'll fit in here perfectly. This one's a little bit wider than that. And then so we have those beautiful little leaves, and they're very tropical, flowers and things in that one. And this one's more of a nautical look with the shells. How cute is that? Hopefully you can see all the different shells on there with that cool like seaweed kind of bubbly background. And then these are the slimline ones, and I'll give you a measurement as far as the design space for that. It's almost 8 3/4 by 3 3/8. So again, I usually make my slimlines 8.5 by 3.5, and so they fit in here perfectly. If you do 4 by 9, you still have a nice space for like a matte layer on there. So we have the little like lemons or oranges or limes, whatever kind of color way you want to use on those guys. And then this one, very citrus look. This one's the postage. I think this is going to be really fun. I love it. Look at Greece, Athens, London, Budapest, Paris, France. How cute. Oh my gosh. Love it. So what I'm going to do is grab some papers, card base, some pattern paper, and we'll start with the basic things, and then we'll work up to our little pals over here. To start off, I have this card base. It is 4 1/4 by 5.5, a standard A2 size card base. If you're making your own, you want to do 5.5 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide, scored at 4 1/4. And then this is from the Greenery paper pack. How cute. And I love just the wild kind of nature of this paper, but then I thought, oh, the backside, I was going to look for something green to do the tag, and that works out. So I'm just going to cut this down to 5 3/8 because those are the matte layer types I like. But if you like quarters, 5 1/4 by 4 would be great. I'm doing 5 3/8 by 4 1/4. And I always just give a quick check, just see that it's layered in there really nicely, especially if you're making your card base by hand. It might be a little off, or like your paper, you know, you just want to trim it down just so it looks really nice, and that looks great. And then I'll just use this other side, I believe, if I can, for a little tag. And you want this guy, or? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to run that through, and I'll be right back. And again, like butter, how cute. And now I'm going to run it through an embossing folder. Why not? Even though it's pattern paper, it's going to be on here, you know, kind of cute. However, I'm going to do this guy for our little party animals. And it'll just give it some more texture. See how well that gets impressed, and if I need to run a shim, I'll run a shim. Sometimes if you have very thin paper, the impression might be very faint, so all you do is just take a piece of paper, like even like this little scrap of paper that I mean this is like typing paper weight, just add another piece of paper and run it through together. You might want to add another whole piece of cardstock, it just depends, right, on how well it embosses, but that looks really great. And I had mentioned on the video when I was trying out the pattern papers that they are white core, so I'm going to run a little nail buffer over that. So we have a pattern paper, and we're going to get that little stuff to get exposed a little more. So I know that sounds kind of funky, so let me just do that off camera, but I'm just going to expose the white core of the paper, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and glue down our pattern paper background. I don't know if I'm going to put my tag kind of in a fun way, which is normally what I do. I'll kind of like tilt it and then add whatever else we're going to do. So let's get this guy going until I get my little characters. And that'll be something like that, really fresh and pops. Look how cute that is. So again, I might just glue that down straight. Maybe we'll add some twine, but for now we just have those ready to go. And I'm going to grab some alcohol ink coloring paper, and we'll stamp out our little character or characters, whatever it is I'm going to do, and just kind of looking at what's going on there. How cute. I mean, okay, I will be right back. On the inspo, there's a little lion that's already like colored. It looks like on craft cardstock. And I thought, you know what, that is smart. So I have some craft cardstock now. I might use pens to help us finish that out instead of alcohol ink markers. We'll see. Because this is not marker paper, so it might bleed, right? It might want to leach, so we'll see. But for right now, we're going to do that. Oh, wow. What if I stamp it in brown? Okay. So, again, once you start veering off, like the normal thing you would do, just make sure whatever you use is going to be in solvent with whatever you're going to color with, right? So I might just use some color pencils. That might be fun, something different, a little more rustic feel anyway. So I'm just going to stamp this little guy in brown ink. That already give us a more lion feel of like that colorway. And then I thought, just for fun, let's put some little glasses on him. I think I have pretty much everybody in my family wearing glasses now, unfortunately. So I'm going to eyeball that. Pun intended, I suppose. Just, I'm looking at where his little eyes are, and I'm just centering that there. Oh, I was gonna say let's do those in black, but what if he had red glasses? Oh my gosh, how cute. Okay, let's do red. Well, this is a very dark pink. Maybe I'll do it a couple times. He can be a little Sally Jesse, why not? How cute. Oh my gosh, so he has little glasses on there. And then we'll put this aside to dry just a little bit before I color. And then I have a party hat. Oh, we have a plain party hat, and then other ones I have colors to them. I was thinking about doing the plain one. How cute. Oh my gosh, so there's different party hats you can use. And I'm assuming the same die cuts them all out. And we'll put that on there. And I'm just using this blue paper. And we can just go ahead and stamp that maybe in some black ink. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab some color pencils or whatever as I decide to color that in with our little guy, and I'll be right back. Little drawings there. I'm just going to grab some of these color pencils and just add a little color here and there. So, let's see, do I need to slide this off? I suppose I do. And let's see, we have some little kind of bright orange, and it's actually kind of nice because I can just go in and just put some in there. And these happen to be the kind of thing that you can kind of color blend a little bit, so if I want to add a little more depth, I can add a little more orange at the very base, maybe. So I'll just go around and do that. And then with his little face, you know, let's see. Okay, we can add a little color here. Right. Leave that little area a little bit lighter. And he has a little bit of cheek going on, so I'm just adding another little coat of color here just to make it look a little like there's some shading there. And he has a little pinkiness in his cheek possibly, so I'm gonna grab another set and grab like a pink color and just put a little pink in his cheeks. And then maybe just use this one and color in his little nose a little bit, maybe this little area, and his ears and things like that. So I will be right back. And so this other one, you know, we have that little topper. Maybe I'll add a little extra blue in there. And maybe a little shading just down the side right here. Right, so just kind of lightly adding that in gives a little shading. Okay, I'll be back. So just finish that up, give him some little pink cheeks, and we have these pieces that'll help us cut him out. And I mean, you can just eyeball it just like that. If you would like, you can definitely make an aperture. You know what? Well, I was gonna make an aperture out of a different color, maybe. It's kind of a purpley brown, but let's make it out of this in case maybe I want to do a drop shadow or something. And I'll show you what I mean by an aperture, and it'll help with your hat too. So basically, you're just going to cut a piece of cardstock, maybe a scrap, or maybe a piece that you want to drop shadow with. and you're going to stick it down to its paper. Definitely want to make it like a hinge, okay? That's what we're working on that there. And just gonna run it through. And as you know with these guys, you can cut on all sides of the folder. I've already cut a couple times on that side. I'm gonna cut on this side. You can flip them over, cut on the other sides. So you're always just kind of flipping and cutting as you're working with them. At least that's what I do. So I'm gonna roll that through gently. And let me trim this down too. And so we have this piece now. It coordinates. If I want to use it as a drop shadow, great. But what we're doing is making an aperture. So I'm going to move that like that. And this will help you see exactly where you're die cutting. And if you're happy with it, you just stick that back down. I'll show you in just a minute. And something like that. Maybe a little more this way. And just make sure it's right in that groove, and then you can push that down. If you have a very delicate design, you don't want to tape it, just add tape somewhere else. That will really help you hold it. And then run it through again, and now you'll know a little better where you're actually cutting, right? And I'll do the same thing with the little party hat. There you go. And then if you want to keep this, you have this guy for like a drop shadow that kind of helps you in the background, you know. Okay, I'll be right back. Party hat again with the little aperture. Of course, I put lots of tape on that one. He's not popping out. I do want to mention there are different hat dies. Remember I had mentioned that it's probably the same die, but they do have a little bit different on top. Like this one's more like fanned out. So there are 3 hat dies. And this is the one for this guy. And I cut it out from a darker blue just in case I did want to drop shadow. So, you know, if we have the drop shadow lion, might as well drop shadow this too. But we'll get there when we get there. So let me grab some paper for our sentiment and I'll be right back. We have, you know, our card, little tag for the topper bit. Maybe a drop shadow, lion, his little hat, however we decide to put it. And we just need like a sentiment. So I think I'm going to do it's your day party animal. I'll put it up towards the top of this because what I'm going to do is probably matte layer that, so I want that to be nice and straight, so all I have to do is just cut around the other edge. So let's get that kind of close to here, nice and straight. Of course you can use a fun color to stamp with. I'm just going to go with black today. And I'm going to use VersaFine ink. And these are acrylic stamps, so you don't want to press too hard because you can get some ghosting. So just a nice, firm, even pressure. That looks great. So I'm just going to trim this down on my guillotine, and then I'm going to use a pop of color maybe for the background, like maybe something yellow or blue or something just behind it, okay? But I'll be right back. Back, and I suppose we can drop shadow them like that. And with my sentiment, again, I just cut it down, then I kind of give it a quick measure, and then just, you know, if it's a funky number, I just added a little bit around. That's how I got the measurement for like the yellow bit. And if the shadow's back that way, I guess that means this shadow should also be kind of back this way. And I'm definitely putting this on the opposite side, like that. So, you know, if we put it here, that's fine, or here, however. There's a lot of like corals and pinks and all these other colors back there, so I'm just going to use this twine real quick to add a little something more to the tag. Nothing major, just going to pop that through there, double it up, pop it through, and then pull it through the front. So if we had something like that, then let's say our little guy, let's see where, yeah, that looks cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this down. Super cute. And then if we had that there, and then maybe this guy can be up a little bit, huh? Yeah, right there. Maybe covering his little ear. Cute. So yes, I did take time to color that ear, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so there it is. I'll put some dimensionals on this guy and just glue this one down. And I'll be right back. Some dimensionals on that guy, and let's put him a little bit like this, because you know I like that. Really sweet, incorporating a couple different kits there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have the links as appropriate in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.